You're talking about this.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best teams in the entire tournament. Yeah, they've left 3 points on the board. They could have easily picked a tractor there. That had to be a mistake. Very, very interesting. Oh, you know what? I've missed as well, though. They've gone with Big Haul as their team perk. We've not seen that in ages.
This is weird. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, our feed's frozen at the moment.
Our feed's frozen, but yeah, even if our feed hadn't frozen, I don't know what's going on. That's... Why would you not pick a personal perk?
Oh yeah, isn't it is it DJK Ehenfeld? Is that this team?
Yeah.
I think that's maybe what Lars told us.
It's I'm actually watching the stream, which is a minute behind.
Secret forklift techniques.
To no one's surprise, DJK did not drive that forklift out of there.
Yeah, no. I don't think anyone's surprised at that.
No.
So I wonder.
My commentary is currently a minute behind what's on screen.
Right. Yeah, we're doing what we can here. We're trying to get the feed on our side fixed.
Comes out at the end of next week. And I'm massively looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
Belden, not sure who's more confused now, VF and Kerm, us or Valtra. Yeah, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up for sure.
I have no idea what's going on. This is awesome. It's DJK. I want to say, what's going to be the first bail points? But by the time the chat hears this, they're already going to know that. Way to go with mixing things up. There we go.
Aha.
And
now
we're
our
back.
feed's back.
There we go. 126 to 127 on first bail points. So that is pretty even.
Win or lose, I'm just glad to see something other than Transport Company here in the group stages.
Interestingly as well, have DJK gone with the Russell Mash as well? Yeah.
I think the Russell Mash and Big Haul is a good
different.
combination, in my opinion. And it just really depends on how you play it. I've said this before. I'd like to see someone use those two things in combination. They also have an ideal as well. So with the Russell Mash, they ignore weeds with that harvester.
Oh,
so
that's
they can
true.
just,
yeah.
They can just harvest away. And with Big Haul, they can, either unload into the grain cart into the Big Haul trailer or directly into it. So, I mean, time will tell if it's going to work or not. And I'm not sure still why they would leave 3 points on the board when you could have, at least spent it on a tractor, or you could have spent it on runner, or even 6 cents or head start. You could have spent it somewhere. The problem is they only have they have 2 tractors, right? And then they have the forklift. So
yeah. Right now, to my mind, the DJK are doing a perfectly. This is not how you play the FSL.
And they're only 1 point behind based off first bail, but yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see how the rest of these 10 minutes play out. The thing is now, okay, so Alex, we've said it time and time again. Valtra only have 2 bales pressed, but they have a 3-to-1 advantage. DJK honking and flashing the lights. Maybe they're just here to have some fun. They're just here to please the fans at home. They're all 3 right here in the field. They're emptying into the grain cart. So now, what do? Are they going to park the big haul directly at the silo and run the grain cart to it? Or, like, what's the play here?
And that's where
We're going to find
I'm
out, I guess.
confused. If you've got cool, why are you filling the overloader?
Because they've not picked it up yet, for one thing. But at the same time, yeah, like, maybe you should have just ignored that and went and got the big haul. I don't know. We're so not used to seeing this strategy that I don't know what to expect, you know?
I mean, if you could see my face right now, there is just this look of utter confusion. I have no idea.
Well, maybe they're hoping the same thing is happening to Valtra right now, you know? If you want to beat a team like this, I don't know if this is what they did to them in the qualifiers when they beat them or not, but I have a feeling they're trying to disrupt and do something different here.
But the only thing I've so far seen them do is disrupt themselves, which is
well, and they're delivering the grain. They're delivering the grain with the
big cool.
With the grain cart. So maybe they've done that now to try to even things out, so Valtra can't go crazy scoring points, and then they're gonna load up the big haul late and take advantage of the multiplier for the rest of the round. I don't really know here. I'm not sure what the heck is going on.
They've got the big haul trailer on. They haven't created well, no, they have. They've created a few bales.
This is the first match up of Group B, Silent Storm. So at the very least, they're best of 3. So at the very least, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 games. Is that right? No, 10 games at the least. Could be more out of this group. We got 5 matchups to go, 5 games of at least 2 rounds, and dumping a little grain there, a little cab wheat there.
They must be going for grain points.
They must be going for it at the end, I imagine. Like, have they picked up the big haul yet?
2 balers? They can't put, but they haven't got the equipment to do 2 balers. Unless they're going to load bales with... they got a 3rd harvester out now.
So 3 harvesters, then they're going to grab the big haul. I mean, this could end up working. The thing is they've delivered a little bit to keep Valtra from having a commanding early lead in the multiplier.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to bank on having the multiplier at the end and scoring a lot of their bales at the end too. So it's going to come down to timing still. So I don't get why they left 3 points on the board in the pick phase.
But the problem they've got is they've got nothing to run multiple balers. Because they got unless they're going to load bales with the forklift, they can't run 2 balers.
Right.
And they're not creating bales, they're harvesting 6 minutes. At the 7-minute mark. They don't have enough time to create the bales to score the points.
Meanwhile, Valtra just delivered more grain. So they've got a 2.8 to a 1.2, and they're about to score some bales at 28 points apiece. They should be going in at any moment now. There's one. Yeah, I'm confused.
I mean, we've been confused and seen an absolutely corker of a game before when Lintner started just dropping grain on the ground without anybody knowing why.
I don't think our minds will ever be blown to that effect again. I remember you thinking,
I will be honest.
What are they doing?
My mind will explode if DJK in this. Because whatever strategy they're trying to run now, I cannot see it. I cannot see how they are going to press the bales they need to press to win this.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. They've got 6 bales total.
I'm wondering I'm
with
wondering
5
if they're
minutes
playing a
on the clock.
long con here, and their actual disruption, as they're dumping grain now onto the top of the truck. I wonder if their actual disruption is to make Valtra think they don't know what the heck they're doing in the first round of the 3, and then they're gonna bring something out in the second round. But that's a risky move to take if that's what they're doing. But yeah, that one's definitely coming off for Valtra. I still don't.
That's
yeah,
coming
with under
off,
5
but
minutes
I
to
don't
go
think
now.
Scotty's worried.
With around 5 minutes to go, look at the bail count: 22 for Valtra, 6 for DJK.
Are they hoping they get Crazy Tool? No, because they can't get the bales back. They've not got transport company, so they can't get the bales back.
I don't know. I really don't know what to expect.
Are they going to try and stop Valtra's? I suppose they could try and stop Valtra's conveyor, but they're going to have to do that quick.
Yeah.
Because Valtra are just scoring.
Super drop is about to appear. There's Valtra bringing in the Anderson loader. Plus they had 3 on the front of the John Deere, I think. So 17 bales right there. They're not far off from getting a baling spree. Bale withering for 1 bale or 3 bales.
Team going out for that. Right.
DJK currently have. Is that like a multiplied player? Yeah, that's just a bug there. So I thought someone was just standing in the middle of the field doing nothing for a second.
Whatever DJK are going to do, they've got to do it quickly. Because
they've got to press more
now
bales.
Under 4 minutes. They've pressed 6 bales total.
Yeah, you can break. Yeah, if you get it to 3-1 on the conveyor, you can break the other team's conveyor.
That's what I'm wondering.
They're going to be so far behind by then that it's not going to
all these bales on.
make a difference.
Here we go.
The next 2 that go in is a bale-tastic for Valtra, and it's about to happen now. There it is. There's the bale-tastic.
And here we go.
Close to the baling spree now, or bale pressive. Oof. Crashing on the approach, though.
They have nearly 60,000 liters of grain to put in here.
The problem is, it's about to be a bale pressive now. 1 away from that for Valtra.
There's a bale pressive.
There's the bale pressive. They're going to get the baling spree as well. When these 2 go in, that's the baling spree.
Oh my god!
So, I mean, bonus points galore. And it's almost 1,000 to 100 points here.
Holy crap!
And they're 2 away from the impossible.
And it's not even.
Here comes Martin with the 2 for the impossible.
With the 2 for the impossible.
And there it is, impossible. 1191 to 126. What the heck happened in that tournament when DJK beat Valtra? And now he's pushing 1 bale on the front of the John Deere. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man.
This is making my brain hurt.
Hello to all the Polish fans coming in over on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch today.
What the hell? I thought 1,250 was gonna be the big score today.
Oh,
they may possibly have given Valtra. Yeah, no kidding. This is properly throwing it.
Oh man. The scary thing is there's still a minute for Valtra to score more points. Oh
I honestly don't understand what the tactic was here. What was this tactic?
Amanda guts to choose the forklift is worth 1,000 points, right? Look at this guy's just in the barn over here.
What is going on?
And now he's stuck in the wall. I don't really care for what's going on here. Like, I really hope that this isn't on purpose from DJK. I want to see them do something different in this second match. because this hasn't been even
it's
close. And they're like messing
trolling.
around. They like gave up ages
my
ago.
only thought is they messed up their picks. They did something wrong early on when they were doing their picks and messed it up, and as a result, they just decided to have some fun.
Just when you think you've seen it all in the FSL, Amanda, no one's banned the forklift, so we could see it again.
I'm not sure. Can you actually ban the forklift?
Yeah, I guess you could. I don't know why you would.
It is not possible to ban the forklift. Something would be broken if that happened.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can't ban the equipment that's free. The Fiat, the New Holland skid steer, the Manitou.
Yeah, cut off to a much better start this time, though. They've grabbed themselves the New Holland Combine and grabbed themselves the Ideal, and they are out there. I did think they'd got Big Haul for a moment again, but no, they have got Transport Company this time. So they've got quite a bit of an uphill battle. I mean, they do now have to beat Valtra twice. There's no more chances. But, they'd always have to beat Valtra twice anyway, so
Martin was formerly the record holder of first bale with 139 before Trelleborg broke it. So very strong first bale player. He's well out ahead of Gepi here from DJK.
And
he messed it up though. So a chance here for DJK to, 126. Much better start for them. And he missed pushing it in.
Oh, and he's missed again. Martin, what is going on?
117.
There we go, 117.
I mean, that would have been 135 range if he had pulled it off first swing.
It would.
So that's a huge loss of points there and time too, because now Gepi is already out pressing more bales ahead of Martin.
Martin is heading up to the top end of the field to get these. We don't know, Harv, yet exactly what the next season of FSL will be. If it starts in the spring, it's very likely the next season of FSL will be on FSL 19. FS 19 rather than FS 22.
A long-term goal of ours is, though, to get it playable on console. So, it's possible down the road in the future. It's probably more of a long-term thing, but we just don't really know at this point. But the first hurdle for consoles to get it has been met because consoles can now connect to dedicated servers, and the Farming Simulator League requires a dedicated server to run. So that first hurdle has been jumped, but it's not like it's going to happen soon. It's going to take a lot of work to get it ready and approved, of course. And you're also talking about a game that has mainly been mouse and keyboard, although you can request to use a controller on PC, and you would have to figure out how do we adapt it to be fair. Is it going to be a separate competition? Does console and PC get their own thing, or is it a mesh of the two? We're not really sure how it'll play out, because obviously on console your only option is to play with controller.
And DJK going for the bale pickup. Or the bale drop, sorry.
Who flipped their tractor at the start, DJ Merlin? Or you mean in like an earlier game?
I was thinking.
Or at the very start of this
one. Of the Valtra players did as they were going for the combine. It was as they were going for the New Holland Combine. One of the Valtra players flipped their tractor.
Yeah, you see the tractors getting flipped a lot going for the harvesters, especially at the beginning of a round, because there's no time to waste to beat someone else to it. Ooh, little bit of a mistake there, pulling too far forward, but he was able to save it. So DJK here and Valtra both delivering grain. So this is, I think, going to end up being in slight favor of Valtra. Nope. Maybe even. Yep, even.
That happens an awful lot, even though Valtra have slightly further to tip it back the other way if they want to. Which is likely to happen one more time.
Is Martin running for his tractor now?
Who flipped his tractor.
Well, Martin did first bail, so he's going to get someone else's tractor. Would be my guess at this point. Yeah, he's gone up and grabbed the Valtra that was left at the top of the hill.
I'm slightly surprised with having that large crone baler that DJK didn't go and put that on it, because it would have run faster.
Right.
And both teams now having switched over their balers to the bigger tractors.
Well, I have to say that almost 6 minutes into this one, things are looking a lot better for DJK so far, which is good news for them and for us watching. Hopefully things will be a lot closer in this one for their sake. Because as we learned, they have beaten Valtra this season on a qualifier. So we know they can compete with them. But you wouldn't have been able to tell it from that first round.
It would be amazing to see them come back from that atrocious first game and beat Valtra, actually.
Yeah, they're going to have to win back-to-back games to do that, but it's possible.
They are.
They've got to make sure there's no mistakes the rest of the way, though, if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
They definitely can't. If they win this round, they definitely can't go in the next round and pick the forklift again.
No.
So both teams getting their grain carts ready again. So this is probably going to end up being evened out at the same time yet again. 8th minute drops are just now landing. Let's see what they are as soon as we get the camera switched to them. Herbicide and direct delivery. I would go for direct delivery here. Because if you go for direct delivery and the other team doesn't, both teams are going to deliver the same amount of grain, and that's going to cancel each other out. So this is your one opportunity here to get direct delivery.
Going for it?
Well, they're not harvesting right now is the problem. Neither team is. So
neither team is.
And I don't know if either team is interested in harvesting more.
And no,
nope, he's just going to take those in.
Why?
I think both teams are done harvesting. They're going to focus on pressing bales. That must be why.
But it's still I would still say it's a disruptive play. If you go and pick something like that up, the other team sees you pick the bonus up, and then that makes them move.
Right.
It's, even if you don't use it, it makes the other team go, why have they bothered picking that up?
Right. And, well, the drops are gone now, and this one drops off the belt for Scotty, for Valtra. So, yeah, neither team picking up the 8th minute drop.
This through too much. It just seems weird to me that if you're right by it, why not at least pick it up? It's weird. It's a weird one. Especially if the other team isn't.
Both teams are just pressing bales now. But, I mean, you could pick it up when you're going by it. It takes you, like, half a second if you time it right. Granted, if he wasn't careful, he could have dropped those bales off the front. So maybe he thought that was more important, but still. So I wouldn't bet on any more harvesting to be going down by either team. They've got straw on the ground. They need to get pressed for both sides. And right now, DJK in the lead with 6 minutes to go. Fallwi is stacking the bales on the belt.
Playing an impressive game now that they've got past their connection issues.
We'll have both teams bringing in full Anderson loaders at some point. I think both teams are pretty far behind on pressing bales because Monty's having to follow Martin around and pretty much pick them up as he's dropping them. But I feel like DJK are in the same situation.
And Gepi going through, pressing more bales. Well, we got 20 bales to 17, but DJK do have more delivered at this point.
Right. I think teams need to be careful of not falling behind the other one bringing the Anderson loader in, because combo points could make or break this one with how it's shaping up.
Very much.
Fallwi has 3 on the front of the John Deere he's about to bring in. So DJK are running bales in on the front of the John Deere. They're bringing bales in on the Anderson loader at some point as Monty goes flying over. Nice airtime for the Anderson loader. But I don't think either team's running 2 balers. I almost thought that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think both teams are utilizing a combination of 1 baler, the John Deere to bring some in on the front, and then the Anderson loader to stack a bunch up at one time. As Raveheart is looking for a path to the barn, this bridge is lowering for him here. He had to kind of adjust and go to the far. So, ooh, a little shaky, but luckily it had just come down, so he had plenty of time to adjust.
Multiplier switch is a completely useless bonus, as both teams are on 2.0. And Scotty
Valtra
is waiting.
into a nice little lead now, but Fallwi's got a bunch of bales here. They need to be careful. They didn't get the counter points, but they've reset the combo for Valtra at least.
I think they were holding it off. That what they were watching for there, and the reason why Scotty held off putting those bales on there was because he knew.
He didn't want them to get the counter.
For him.
Smart.
Yeah, and it meant it cost them bale points as well.
Yes, Ace Viper is like a reverse mirrored map, so it's the same amount of land, same crops, same everything as far as the map goes. They're separated by a giant ravine, so they can't reach each other. But it's the same square area of the map, but the only difference is that it's just a flipped mirror image. So, like the barn you're seeing for the blue team now is parallel to the silo for the red team and vice versa. But everything else is the same. So now Scotty delaying things again, maybe hoping to counter on his side now.
Yeah, he knows DJK have hills, and he knows that he can.
Oh, those 2 have fallen off.
Not good.
That might actually work in his favor if Scotty is waiting to. Scotty's actually left now and went ahead and put some on.
And in fact, he's loaded that on now to reset the counter.
So 2 minutes to go.
And the thing is, he doesn't need to load it in the bottom.
I didn't even see the super drop. He clearly wasn't important.
Oh no, me neither.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was multiplier switch. It was completely.
Well, that's why. Gotcha. Monty coming in with the Anderson loader. Martin was just about to head out there with the baler. I wonder if he got across. Bales are kind of all over the place for Valtra. Fallwi is stacking them, but the problem for him now is there's 10 outstanding somewhere else that need to be brought in with a minute and a half to go. So Valtra have the bales at the barn with a minute 20 to go to win this. DJK have to get theirs in, and I don't think they've brought all of them in. There's 3 on the baler, and there's, 3 on that loader? No, there's more than that.
Yeah.
DJK in the lead, but that's about to change.
Oh, bad bale loading from Valtra there. Scotty's got one on the side, and I think that one on the top might fail.
Oh, that one's going.
It has. No, it's not made it.
That one's 2 have fallen off. That
dropped down the bottom.
That helps DJK's chances. much better round than last round.
Oh.
It makes sense now to know that what happened was a new player and some connection issues. That's the bad thing about having to do these online due to COVID. It's bound to happen at times. DJK might be doing this.
No.
Oh, he's only got one on there, but still, one might make the difference. I think DJK might do this, Alex, and force a third match of the best of 3.
It's close now. That was going to be the case.
It's close now, though. The problem is Monti has to put these into the bottom. So does Scotty. But Valtra taking the lead at the end.
Taking it.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
yes, Valtra taking the dying
Valtra.
seconds with all those bales at the bottom.
Wow.
Oh my God. I did not think that was going to happen.
Me either. DJK had one undelivered that they were trying to push in the bottom, but that wouldn't have mattered. They would have lost by 3 points.